Wonderful people, viewers, and subscribers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your location. Anyway, I'm not going to take much of our time. Let us just hit the ground running. Ohanaeze condemns Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention, urges federal government to release him. I guess they are looking for contracts. I guess they are looking for something that will enter their pocket, because Nnamdi Kanu has become a cash cow for every Tom and Jerry, every Dick and Harry out there. Each time they need something from the zoo government, they will mention Nnamdi Kanu. The same way Bianca Ojukwu secured her appointment by campaigning for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know about all these games. But let me shock them. The federal government don't need them again. If they like, let them shout to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from now till tomorrow. They are not getting any appointment or contract again. So let them be disappointed. Because according to the writer of this news, by name, what did they call him? Their so-called new Ohanaeze President General, which is Azot Ambata. I guess he is playing the card of APC. Decentralization of IPOB and the inability of Nigeria to hack a freedom movement, ecosystem. This one is coming from the Family Writers Press International. 7 places named after Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the CIA agent in Nigeria. And I heard that they want to rename the Southeast to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's domain. That's what I'm hearing. They want to rename Southeast to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's domain. Yeah, they will do it. After all, they are collecting money from him. Governor Soludo cries out over rise of pornography in Anambra State. I'm not going to see on a governor. People are busy working. He's busy looking for native doctors and pornography. Very soon, you go begin to go to look for people where they do their normal hustling. As you don't even ban anyone where nowhere bra for Anambra State. Misplaced priority. I beg if you get this message, help me circulate it. And as you are watching, please kindly drop your opinion at the comment section of this video. Oh yeah, let us go there. The Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo has called on the Fulani government to release the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, describing his continued detention as unjust and unacceptable. This resolution was part of a communique issued at the end of a 2-day Ohanaeze Ndigbo leadership retreat held at the landmark Nike Lake Hotel, Enugu, from June 4th to June 5th of 2025. The communique was jointly signed by the President General, Senator Azota Mbata, his deputy and chairman and planning committee, Prince Oke Nwadinobi, Secretary General Emeka Sibudu, and National Publicity Secretary Dr. Ezechi Chukwu, which happened on Thursday. The retreat, aimed rebuilding our foundation, brought together prominent Igbo leaders and stakeholders from diverse sectors, including academia, religious and traditional institutions, organized private sector, town unions, youth and women groups, and the people in diaspora. The gathering, chaired by the Obi of Onitsha, His Royal Majesty Igwe Nnaemeka Achebe, and declared open by the Governor Dr. Peter Mba of Enugu State, represented by his deputy Barrister Ifeanyi Osai. In one of his resolutions, the retreat unequivocally condemned in strong terms the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu, whom before now has been acquitted and discharged by a court of competent jurisdictions. The communique urged the Fulani government to find an alternative solution to his matter and release him. The retreat emphasized unity, economic revitalization through investments in Igbo land, and cultural rebirth rooted in traditional values such as Igwebuike, strength in unity, Onye aghala nwanne ya, leave no one behind, and Ako bu ije, wisdom is key to progress. All these are key factors that unite the Igbos. Also, participants resolved to support the professional endowment chair in 7 universities across the Ohanaeze states, a project aimed at promoting research in Igbo language, culture, and history. Ohanaeze also announced plans to present its programs and the draft constitution to IPOB, the organization's highest decision-making body, in due course, according to Azota Mbata. Decentralization of IPOB and the inability of Nigeria to hack a freedom movement ecosystem. The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been on everyone's lips, both haters and lovers, for her efficient and effective decision making that has been proactively decisive. In 2015, just 3 years after her founding, her leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was illegally arrested by Nigeria's secret police, codenamed DSS, or Department of State Security, with the aim of throwing the nascent freedom movement into chaos. The IPOB leadership swiftly rose to the occasion and, like an experienced captain sailing a ship, ensured no leadership vacuum by sailing in the right directions. With a carnage visit on Biafrans between 1967 to 1970, and with a level of extrajudicial killings suffered in the hands of combined forces of Nigerian security personnel, nobody was surprised that Britain would advise their puppet Nigerian government to use naked force and live ammunition against IPOB members. So again, in 2017, Operation Python Dance, or rather Operation Destroy IPOB, continued with the Nigerian military attack of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's country home, while the aim was to isolate the shepherd from the sheep in 2015. The decision was made in 2017 to eliminate the shepherd and scatter the sheep. Again, IPOB's leadership excellence manifested and she prevailed. The icing on the cake was the egregious engagement in an international crime known as extraordinary rendition. Perhaps his traducers later settled for the use of an agent provocateur to criminalize the movement and the self-determination she seeks. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was killed, as it were, under the current popularity, he would turn a martyr. The Nigerian government and its handlers do not want that. Surely, with the way IPOB leadership has weathered the storm, they would wish they had done things differently, unambiguously seeking a different path, such as a diplomatic path, rather than the unworkable inclination for force would be preferable. IPOB's formidability is nightmarish to Nigerian government and its allies. Moreover, while the emergence of M Branch, the intelligence unit, and the Eastern Security Network have been the downstream of IPOB's effective leadership decision. It is in the brain behind the decentralized formation of the movement that must be appreciated. This singular decision has proven a hard nut to crack for Nigerian government and their handlers. People often talk about the Directorate of State, or DOS, how wise they are. What people do not realize is that the DOS is like the nodes of a cryptocurrency ecosystem scattered everywhere without a central storage. The DOS is made up of individuals that form part of a decision-making body where power is not central or under the control of a single entity, but rather they are part of a secure, immutable, and transparent system too hard for Nigerian government to hack. The DOS setup originated from a leader who had no identity crisis but understood his culture and therefore should come as no surprise. The Biafra tribes, especially Igbo Biafrans, practiced a decentralized society that was inclusive, open, and a marketplace of ideas. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was well aware of his origin, and his inauguration of DOS in IPOB has proven to be the best model. It has made IPOB hack-proof. Family Writers Press International. 7 places renamed after CIA agent Bola Ahmed Tinubu since he became the president. According to Sowore, May 29, 2023, since when Bola Ahmed Tinubu stepped into office, his name had been etched onto at least 7 public facilities. From a bustling highway to a humming airport and barracks, Tinubu's name is being woven into the fabric of the nation's public space. This wave of renamings has sparked debate over the symbolism and intent behind the decisions. In January, the Network for the Actualization of Social Growth and Viable Development, a public procurement advocacy group, faulted the renaming of public institutions after a sitting president. NAFGAD described the act as extreme sycophancy, unethical, and questionable practice. Here are 7 notable places that have been plastered with the so-called president's name 2 years after he came into office. Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Airport, Minna. On March 10, 2024, Omar Bago, governor of Niger, renamed the Abubakar Imam International Airport in Minna, the state capital, after Tinubu. The state government attributed the change to the president's support for Niger State. The federal government had in 2023 directed the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, to rename 15 federal airports after notable Nigerians, including former President Muhammadu Buhari. In 2023, Minna Airport was named after Abubakar Imam, a Nigerian writer and journalist from Niger State who pioneered the first Hausa language newspaper in northern Nigeria less than a year after the airport was renamed after Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Way, Abuja. On May 28 of 2024, Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, named the Abuja Southern Parkway after Tinubu following its completion. The road stretches from the Christian Center to Ring Road, and is considered one of the city's major spines, complementing the Northern Parkway, the major arterial known as Sani Abacha Road that runs across Mabushi and terminates at Life Camp. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Building, National Assembly. On May 29 of 2024, the National Assembly management named its library after Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The construction of the library started during the 9th Assembly under the chairmanship of Ahmed Lawan, the then Senate President, and Femi Gbadabiamila, former Speaker of the House of Representatives. The library was almost at the completion stage before the 9th Assembly ended its tenure in June of 2023. It was then completed by the 10th Assembly and inaugurated by Tinubu after it was renamed after him. Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex. On December 10 of 2024, the Nigerian Immigration Service christened its Command and Control Center as Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex. Another one is Bola Ahmed Tinubu Polytechnic Gwarempa, and another one, Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks, Aso Okoro. Tinubu International Conference Center, Abuja, and so on and so forth. Many more are still going to come in place. Just fold your arms while it unfolds. Governor Chukwuma Soludo cries out over rise of pornography in Anambra State. The Commissioner for Information, Law Mayfor, made a statement at the closing ceremony of a 2-day media and information literacy workshop. The event, held at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University Auditorium in Awka, targeted youths and youth-led organizations in southeast Nigeria. The workshop was organized by the Media and Information and Intercultural Dialogue Foundation in collaboration with UNESCO and the Anambra State Ministry of Information. Giving his remarks, Mayfor stated that the rising quantity of sexuality in social media skits, noting that such type of content was changing the way people consume information on social media. Pornography is redefining so much of the social media information being consumed by the people in various social media spaces, thereby showcasing the kind of irresponsibility inherent in the people creating such content, he said. He urged content creators, especially the youth, to move away from pornography and focus on deeper societal issues. What Mind Foundation, UNESCO, and the Ministry of Information are trying to tell you about media and information literacy is that you owe society some level of responsibility. It is true that through such reckless content, you can draw traffic to your social media handles to a point that they may start paying you. Yes, money will come from it, but at what cost? He added. Mayfor said the government is concerned about the type of content being created and the way it is being spread. Those of us in government in Anambra State are worried about irresponsibilities while creating content or putting information out there. We are worried about not only such contents and recklessness of such exhibition, we are worried about the propaganda. He also criticized the use of propaganda in politics. Some people say propaganda is necessary in politics. I don't think that a government that is doing well needs propaganda. Let facts speak for themselves. We don't believe in propaganda here. As the manager-in-chief of information in Anambra State, what we try to do is to put out the accurate data and information in every possible way, avoiding propaganda, misinformation, falsification, or nuancing of information in a way that you make it look acceptable to the people. And he concluded by saying, Kachineke Mezioku. So my good people, now here we will take a break. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. And I go hear my voice again when we come back. Have a nice day. My wonderful people. I love you all.